this is Divine Sunshine. We're going to take a look at the Divine Feminine energies today and just see if the karmic pops up. We'll go into depth and see what's going on with that and see some introspection. So what is going on? So whenever you watch this, is right on time. Thank you for my new subscribers. Those of you all have came onto this channel. Thank you for very much. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit like and subscribe, smash the bell so you can get notifications on when Spirit works with me and says that they want me to upload a new video. I try to be kind of consistent, but sometimes I have to go by Spirit, and if the energies are acting funny or whatever, you know, sometimes I'm on here, sometimes I'm not. You know, but I try to. Here lately, I've been trying to, at least I rest on the weekends. You got enough good, juicy stuff for you to watch from me that the weekends I take off to be able to recharge unless Spirit tells me to come back on here for something specifically. Okay, that he wants me to give a message. Okay. So now let's look at, I'm sorry, Dave, I got to put the small ones in because, like I say, I'm trying to retrain my eyes. Something about them other ones, they're either too strong or they're doing something to my eyes. I was like, I can't see what's going on. My left eye going a little crazy. Okay, so the energies that we're working with right now are Divine Feminine is, I feel here for somewhere. Okay, thank you. The energies that we're working with right now, Divine Feminine, is Mary of Nazareth, the Mother of God. I am blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. So right now, you are finding courage. Right here, the heart center, the heart chakra is on fire. Say, this girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. Okay, so you're on fire. Fire, we always say with my thing. Organization, we're on fire to serve. So you're on fire to find your bliss. You're on fire to serve and go on your mission. You got these flowers and things have been in bloom. Right now, this one is a good sign because the crown is actually on your head, which means you are in your divinity, Divine Feminine. I got stars here. The stars are aligned here. Let me know the Spirit is actually working with you, which is great. And so right now, you're giving birth to a newness to yourself because you know you are feeling blessed. Sarah David, the Divine Mother, unconditional love exists. Within me, the presence of love is the absence of judgment. You're moving into the energy right now, just like right now is this divine love. Now, some people say when you run into that thing of unconditional love and non-judgment, union is close. Okay, union is close. So again, union looks different ways. Whatever union is like you getting on your mission, union with yourself, union with your person. So if you're in that energy again, everything is talking about mother again. Mother again is just giving birth again. So right now you have that union. You know, some of them they had said that you have it's called the Buddha belly, where you're holding the light or the union in there. And sometimes it's like this ghost, your belly part, your abdomen, or that part there is extended out to, it almost looks like you're pregnant. I was having that for kind of a while. I was like, okay, now it's something you need to kind of tell me. It was like, no, but I couldn't. I took everything. I had healing, everything like that. And I kept on having it. It's called the Buddha belly. Which is the enlightenment there, and it was just housed right there. Some of them saying it's about solar plex, and it needed to be able to. Some energies were stuck right here. The divine master energies is trying to make its way to the heart and then come on out. That's another way of doing it. But it was still that. So after a while, it was getting on my nerves. I was like, oh my God, I got to change my outfits, how I'm wearing stuff. Pants was much tighter. I had that for a while until I just said, you know what, I'm going to have to kind of just embrace this for a while. I don't know what this is that's going on. Gas, whatever it is that it was everything I was trying to change, dietary ways. But again, when I looked it up, I forgot what her name is, something manifesting goddess or something. She has a letter, and then I had seen that she sends out weekly. She was talking about, it's called a Buddha belly. She said she had went to specialists and everything, and that's what it is. It's just that carrying that energy, and this is what I picture with that, with the mother. So again, when you're at that point and union, and you're like, you don't judge anything. It just is. It's just existence. It is be. You don't say anything about what's happening with your divine person. You don't say too much about where you are. You just say, I exist. I just be. Next move thing that our energies is right now, we got Lilith, the first woman. I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. Okay, I know that this is Jupiter 11. Is not favorite person, but for me, when I think about Lilith, we have to think about that. Also, that's that energy again, where you're dealing with that karmic energy. You know how you can be able to balance both worlds, learning how to, in the dark mirror, to have the ugly parts of you, how to be okay with the shadows. You know, sometimes you got to do by any means necessary. You found sometimes in life you got to do what you got to do. Was it pretty? No. Was it ugly? Yeah. So to me, when I look at Lilith, Lilith is that part of you that's saying, you know, sometimes you had some things maybe in the past that you was like, oh, I was kind of like, it's all about me. I was getting what I wanted to get in the process, and it's the desires. This is where you got to watch the ego, where the ego is like, you know, like, bump me, I'm in a good place. But you say, I'm giving birth to stuff, I'm blessed, I'm loving myself unconditionally. You know, I'm not saying, I'm not judging anything like that. But then you can kind of get to that point where it's almost that elevation of a how's about to say bougie, or either you're kind of thinking you're a little better than others. You got to kind of watch that, where you kind of about to delve into. So this is what I'm saying, where things can be kind of karmic-y. You know, I think about Daniellleboomlle. He talked about that. I said, watching this morning too, and saying, you know, like with the divine feminine's mouth, when it comes to the divine masculine, a lot of times that our mouth is what can be able to cut the divine masculine energy down, because we just got that mouth. That mouth is, you know, it's just like, ooh. You know, we can get them in ways can't nobody else do, you know, when it comes to this journey. And that's what makes it, makes the divine masculine like, I don't know if I want to partake of this. So I got this one little piece. Oh, you was doing fine. There's one, excuse me, and it's in my eye. It's in my eye, Jesus. Act right. Oh, and where you supposed to go? Act right. Ugh. Okay. Once it got that little wave there. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. Now. Woo. It's in my eye. I could continue on like that. Okay. So then, and the voice of my body and soul. So, you know, just kind of watch it. This kind of seems kind of like it's a little ego right there. That, you know, you be ready to say, but you talk to the hand. It's like, okay, you know, if you doing the hand of the cross for peace, or is you saying talk to the hand till he kiss my behind, you know, kind of like watch it. You're kind of in between there. Okay, so let's look and see what's going on with you, divine feminine. Something tells me this karmic stuff is going to pop on up. You'll see. Okay, what's going on? Clear. So we got Three of Swords. Right here we got a coffin. So there's an ending to something. Especially this conflict. Three of Swords. That's containing spirit, soul, and body. Okay. Next thing you're doing is Acolyte of Wands. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, but we got this horse here. So we want some freedom here. But this person looks very young, not like a knight. So this looks like this is a person like a step up. And he's got a wand there. So it's of action. So this is like a page, like baby. Page of wand energy. So you know you want to take some action. You want some freedom. And it's very small. Something about, here comes the snake again. That ego. Got to watch it a little bit. The ego is right there. Well, you got to have to shed some things that has to pertain to this ego here as well. Then we got Maiden of Wands. We got very kind of like immature, this is what I'm picking, very young, very not well developed energies here. That's interesting. We got the Acolyte of Wands. Maybe acolyte, but it maybe like accolades, like, you know, somebody his like awards and stuff and being recognized for so you being recognized. This is what I'm picking up. You being recognized for the feats and the things that you have done. But I also see here, there go that snake again. So that ego, something about this ego, you're gonna have to kind of watch it. I don't know if it's talking to you right or wrong, but you got these wands, maiden, very young. So in your emotions, you got like a fresh start. It's very young, not very well developed. And in your thinking, you got something that's not very well developed. But again, you got to watch the ego, because you got snakes in both. Something has got to be shed still, okay? And then the last one here, you got the Four of Swords. So conflict, man in the this is an opening. It's a very small opening, but it's an opening. So it's a conflict of how you being able to see how you can be able to escape, because this looks like, to me, it's like the way you thought it was going to happen for you to be able to have this ending. You're going to have to find an alternate alternate route or alternate opening for you to get out. So it's like if the door's not, a door opportunity is not open, you've got to find a window. Go through the window then if it opens up. This is what I'm seeing here. A window to your soul too. It's very narrow, but it's because it's narrow because it's got these conflicts. This is a cross of swords here. And something about the connections of things as well. We're going to do some further investigation about that. What's happening with the heart? Okay, let's look at matters of the heart. I could use that for that one, but that's all right. I'm going to do that one, because this is really masculine, clear energies, but that's all right. Did I round that out? Okay. Ooh-wee. Nose is itching. Ooh-wee. All right, so Divine Feminine, you're in the point right here where you have got to tame the beast. Okay? So some things here, that's what I felt, in your emotions. You've got to get control of this, whatever, in beast mode or whatever, you out of control. Maybe you have, in some ways, like the ego is kind of like pushing you. And it's like, yeah, you know, things come together. It's all about me. I'm doing me. And so you got to get a hold of this as well. This is your strength, but I'm picking up there's like a real fine line between love and hate here. And so you got to watch this. So you got to get control of that beast, that ugly part. It's like Beauty and the Beast. Within you, there's like, you know, it's some things in there that maybe nobody else you want to know about what's going on with you. So you can really have this true strength. You got to deal with it. You got the wheel here. So we had the wheel here. In order for you to turn, there's so many different phases and cycles. To me, when I see this wheel represents cycles. So before it was that you call yourself to be vulnerable. But to me, this is like other world. This is like 3D, 4D, 5D. So you're moving through the different dimensions here. So you got still right here, you kind of 3D into, you know, the worldly things, how you do things to make yourself have attention from other people. You know, maybe some of you all, the sexuality of how you went about being in relationships with other things might have been all about this. I'm looking at her. She looks like a person who's been in pain. It has been to some relationships, and it's kind of caused her to kind of look like she's kind of like, wow. Look like if you to approach her and say, hey, you want to go on a date? Like, what you talking to me for? You know, she looked like she's from that kind of protective mode. Very protective, very defensive here. Then we move into this next phase, is where we are as far as moving the wheel here, which is having covering, trying on different personas, but still trying to be vulnerable and nude at the same time. So you have some covering here. So it looks like to me, again, solar plexus here, trying to deal with uncovering and getting the solar plexus standing in your power. And then we're moving into this stage cycle where it is looking at the person in the mirror, being vulnerable, being okay with the skin that you're in your comfort zone, you're comfortable right where you are. And admiring how far it's taking you. Things are blossoming as well where you are too. So that's that is the matters of the heart with you. Next one, you're moving into the energies of, I can't see here, King of Pentacles. Okay, King of Pentacles. Looks like to me when I see this King of Pentacles here, this is worldly things, but to me in some ways you're hiding from your divine masculine, from your, and this goes two ways. You're hiding from the masculine energy, the divine masculine energies within you. Your thinking is getting stronger. You're in that status. You kind of grounded and rooted, whatever it is. You see he's nude. He don't have any clothes on. He's not covering anything. It's like, I'm here. But here in your emotions, you're still vulnerable. You're still hiding, like you shy about something. It's like, oh my God, he's seeing me naked. Let me cover myself up. And I know it'd be my DM like, do you know how many times I seen you naked? What the hell is this about? It's like, I just want to cover myself up. For what? I done seen it already. So my thing is like, all of a sudden you're starting to become shy. And although the structure is right here, but you're using this twin flame thing as a cover up, which is very interesting. And maybe it's an excuse for you not to be able to do the connection. I don't know, in some ways you would, sometimes between divine feminines, we're kind of happy in living in the 5D. If we don't like to really like, oh my God, now I got to really bring this down to the 3D level. I don't know how that's going to turn out to be. But the divine master looks like saying, I'm ready to receive you now. And you like, well, I ain't quite ready yet. I still got to put my clothes on. And you're like, okay, you know what? Call me when you're ready, okay? And, that's not a good thing, okay? One of those things might be because you got the lovers here, okay? In your thinking, you got two different aspects to your divine feminine in the heart of the matter of things. Your divine master look like he's ready. He's like, okay, I'm ready to take this on. You got one of them here's go this bashful. This one part of you in your emotions, divine feminines, you're not ready. And there's another part of you is like, yeah, bring it on. But this, because of this, to me, is like due to worldly. You putting on still another persona again. Here it is, you're covering up your solar plexus again. You're not standing in your power. You're putting on all this extra adornment. And like a lot of times, like even with my divine master, sometimes he's like, take the makeup off. Let me just see you, in some ways. We got to run a joke on that. Anyway, so my thing is that this is extra. She got blue hair. Ain't nobody came in the world with no blue hair. So, it's just like, what's all this extra that you done added on to yourself? Just to oversell. This also could be, again, this is you compared to maybe the karmic. Was the person, place, a thing that's putting on all this extra attention, which is kind of temporarily, you believe, has this attention for a while because of all this extra that they're bringing to the table. If you're in third party, so again, that's causing you to say, I want to protect myself. Be like, he ain't look like he ain't got his eye on me anyway. He look like he looking at the third party one. And that's why right now you see here that the angel here, Cupid, is pointing the arrow at him and saying, okay, you looking the wrong way. You need to have your eye over here. But he really looks uncertain. It's like, I don't know which one to really be looking at, but it looks like his head is looking her way, but his eyes is not really focused in on that. Next thing we have here is also now in your heart of the matter is like, looks like the divine masculine is not making any kind of moves to you. Look like he's kind of into his own world. It's that woe is me kind of energy. You're saying, okay, you got the long braid, which lets me know that you're getting a lot of knowledge where you are, using your intuition, because long hair, Native American is like an antenna to be able to get that psychic abilities, to get more in tune with what's going on here. You're naked. which you don't have anything covering anything, so you're vulnerable, you're open, you're ready to receive. You see this horse here again, so again it's about freedom, but then also representing that you some things need to be shaken up in the 3D, because right now you're in this energy like a stalemate energy. The truth is here, the sword is here, I don't see any snakes. So here it's like the truth is slanted. It's the illusion about what's actually going on with the two of you all. He's in this energy of woe is me. You in this energy is saying, you know, I'm just sitting here. I'm looking at the windows of my soul, and I'm doing the work by me just sitting here. Like she's almost like meditating. So I'm doing the work, spiritual work here, and he's thinking. Okay, that causes a conflict because of how you all are seeing things. And I was about to say something about the illusions too, because illusions is playing a very big part as far as us being able to see each other. But at the end of the day, you got the 10 of Wands. You want this action of you and him actually coming together. This looks like a hot moment, like you catch him, you catch him at work or whatever like that, and it's just like okay, all right, I'm gonna pull my you know, let's just get it on right now. This looks like to me like not a planned, to me when I look at this is not like a planned meeting. You really wish you had something of a chance meeting, some kind of way that was serendipitous. I see some fall leaves here, so some things falling away that no longer serves. So you all can be able to have this chance meeting. This is a 10, ending things and kind of starting back all over again, cycle 1, for you all to do it. So it's not like it's planned. In your heart of hearts, you want this kind of like romantic coming together. That's not something that's been intended, or you all sat down and say this is planned. Yeah, you better watch it. Then have your unplanned pregnancy. So y'all getting on with that. So you want that coming together. You want the merging even within yourself. You want the merging of the thinking with the divine masculine energies, your thinking, and your feminine energies. So like to be in these emotions, you done been through some stuff, because this shirt is torn here. But again, the uncovering of the sacral, which means how am I relating, how am I connecting with others, and it's creativity with the dropping of the briefs there, like, you know, it's temporary. Whatever what you was going on that covered you is brief. And then also in your emotions, again, like I said, your emotions, been doing a lot of thinking, divine feminine, a lot of thinking that has got you into this woe is me kind of feeling as well. But at the same time, in your emotions, you've been checking and looking at this your soul as well. Okay, what's happening with your thinking? Clear. I'm sorry, excuse me, I did see it. Okay, so your thinking currently, yeah, this your, oh Lord have mercy, divine feminine, we got to kind of get this balance between our thinking and our emotions. They saying totally two, you in duality, totally different things here. You got here, but you got a lot of earth. So this is a lot in the material world. Like in some ways, you know, you seeing here your emotions is like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this. And the divine masculine feels like, your divine masculine energy is within you, which means you're thinking, saying, I'm violated. You're violating me. I don't know if I'm quite ready for this. I don't even think I'm quite comfortable with what's going on here. Wow. Woo. I'm saying, pull those cards. Earth. Number 1, we got Earth here. Okay. I see a woman here. This is really coming in alignment with your intuition and your awareness about what's really going on in the material thing. I see growth here. Let's have a book. Let's just see out of curiosity with this. Don't you have no book? I was like, I know you got a book. Let me just see. Just out of curiosity. Magnetism, ecstasy, success, perfection, astrological meaning, the earth element, productive, imaginative, states of consciousness. Okay, so right now you in your element. I thought I kind of pretty much said that. So right now you got this magnetism going on, this ecstasy. You in your success, you in your perfection. And then also you're productive and imaginative, and you're in the state of consciousness. Okay, I can feel that. I feel that that's the energy. This is where you are in your thinking right now. But in your thinking also, there's a conflict, a duality between your emotions and your thing. And every time when I looked at it, just saying, I'm being violated. I think about that. Is that Nutty Professor and the gerbil, or this Mr. Doolittle when they had Dr. Doolittle when they had Eddie Murphy and the little and the gerbil felt, or the hamster felt that way. It's like a guinea pig. Say, I feel violated. It was in the word for in the voice of Chris Rock. This is what I feel. We got to work on that. Okay, let's look at the karmic actions. Yeah, we got to work on that. But you got good thing that you really feel right now where you are. You got this magnetism, like anything can happen. And that's funny. That is true. I forgot about that. I didn't say that because yesterday when I was in going out and handling some business, it was like this car of guys was like, oh my God, you know, hell, I thought I was Beyonce up in the daggone ride. I had to car back and the sunroof's back, you know, let the sun come in because I ain't had too much sun. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm a sunbathe while I'm you know, driving in my dad's car riding. His thing go all the way to the back. My car, I don't have it go to a certain point. And so it was like all the way back. I said, well, I'm going to do like the DM always ride around with the sunroof open all the time. And I said, okay, let me do like him. So I put it all the way back. And it was in there. Man, what I do that for? I don't know. They really seen that I was really divine sunshine for real. They was, I mean, all in it. He had a car full of, it's about 5 of them in there. Boy, they was crawling all over each other. Like, oh my God. And I'm looking around like, who the hell they talking about? Like Beyonce over there? Was that? No, I'm talking about you. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, oh my God, you're beautiful. Oh my God, I just love you. And they was all talking about, yeah, we love you. And I was like, but I did have a shirt on that said love. So I was like, and they kept on. And after a while, I said, these guys is kind of genuine in what they saying. They're like, oh my God, this is a beautiful smile. This is gangster as they wanted to be. I had to give them that. They were just as gangster. They was down where I said, I don't know what kind of you Crips or Bloods or whatever. But anyway, I was like, you know. And so then he's like, oh my God, I love you. I love you. And I was like, okay. And so then I just say this humbly, this bow, say thank you. I received that. I received that love. It don't matter what it is on the outside. Like they say, practice no judgment. I didn't at that moment. I was like, well, thank you. I received that love. I need that love. Thank you. And they went on. They're like, all right, bye. And I was like, what the hell was that about? I was like, did the DM send me that? Or the divine masculines do that? Because they was this like how I usually see in the form a whole bunch of divine masculines. When I tell you I see that energy, it'd be like a whole bunch of them around. I just said that. So something about that was like, thank you. You know, I figured that was from spirit saying thank you for being our advocate. Thank you for talking. Thank you for, you know, showing us the way. So I appreciate that and I received that. And so that's what I felt like that. So this is the energies I'm seeing that. I say that as well because I was talking to others and they were saying that they was having the same phenomenon. People flirting them and they trying to get gas and then another one said that they said yeah, somebody was flirting with their friend, and I was like, what's going on with this phenomenon? So kind of watch it. I think you're gonna be a little extra spicy, extra caliente to the extra sex. I don't know what that is. I think what Kathy was the one that told me that, and she was saying Benita said that might be a test. Well, whatever it is, I told her, I said, I still got my eyes on the prize. I ain't thinking about that right now. It's definitely not in that form. I was saying to myself, I said, you got to come a little better than that, universe, if you was trying to do that. But I'm not tempting and putting that order out there. But I'm just saying, either way it go, I remember back in the day, my worth wasn't that high. That would have really pumped me up. And I didn't do anything. All I did was just receive it. I was very humble. I took it. I anchored it down. I anchored it down into the roots, because that's what I do today. Let me tell you that too as well. When you get kind of happy about what's happening with your divine masculine and they do something that like text like that, learn how to take that energy and ground it, because you have a tendency, you want to like float on, doom, 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 float on, like you want to float. No. Take that and ground that, because after that you'll find yourself doing silly things that's not really together. That's maybe what this is talking about, this Lilith and this other energies that I'm saying. Something about saying, watch it. So let me tell you what I do. When I had those moments and I had them great conversations with the DM, I ground myself in that love. I root myself in that love, so that I say, ooh, I take it, I receive it, I don't judge it, I put it in, and then I ground myself for that. Don't ask me what it means. Maybe somebody else, April Williams or somebody else, could tell you what that is as far as that. But that's pretty much what I do with that energies. Okay, so let's look at these karma actions. Let's look at these actions. Okay, so we got here 5 of swords. It's a conflict of this. Now, again, he's at the back. So some kind of way right here. So the karma did show up here. So if you are in a karmic or third party energies, which it kind of semi showed up in that wheel too, but I just didn't go that route about these different energies here, when that's not really it, because it has to, no, it didn't show up in there. It showed up kind of with this when they had the lovers here, another person here. There's a conflict here as far as like where you are right now. It look like they're saying you would like being like bedfellows. Now, when I look at this picture, it looks like I'm trying to wonder who's giving the pleasure here. Is you giving the pleasure? Something about when I'm looking at this, it look like it say, even if you're with your other, this karmic, divine, karmic, masculine, it looks like to me, it look like you're imagining it's somebody else. This is not you, because he's not in front. Some are saying you're not imagining being with him, like even if it is going down here. Because it's like your eyes are closed. And I don't know why I'm thinking like Boomerang, where I'm back on Eddie Murphy. That's another Pharaoh Aries anyway too. And he was like, you know, he told Eartha Kitt's role. She's like, they was gonna go to bed, and he's like, she hit the thing to clap and say clap clap, and she was like, he was like, can they get in? And it went dark. And he's like, can they get in the dark in here? And while they was about to have sex, because he didn't want to really be seeing her at all. This is what I'm seeing. I want to get a clarifier here. What's going on with this? Let's see what this karmic energy. Clear. Because both of you all is karmic. That means you're not being your true self, because both of y'all got the wigs on. So I need a clarifier for this. Whatever it is, they're pursuing you. I tell you that the divine master is pursuing you, and you're just there, and really trying to tempt you. But there's a conflict in your thinking right there. Because like I said, to me, it looked like you could have been just laying there looking sexy and just thinking on your own. You didn't need him to come there to initiate nothing, to stimulate anything. All I see is just touching your leg there. It looked like he's about to kiss you. So you could turn around in a moment's notice like, oh, excuse me, I thought you was my divine masculine. You're not him. So it's funny, the next card that came out from this thing is Hunter, which is aggressor, tracker, provider. So right now it feels like to you, you feel like you're hunted in this karmic energies that's being right here emotionally by this divine masculine. I don't know if some of you all got a little bit, maybe a little bit of the sex thing, and you like, yeah, where we isolated, I just go ahead and get what I want from you. I'm picking up from a couple of you all. That's actually what's going on is the sex thing that way, but you gotta say I'm gonna keep my eyes closed, like I say. She's like, Marcus, she's calling for him. I ain't got any panties on, I don't have no panties on. He's like, oh, okay. So that's it. But if you horny like that, heck, you want to really, in this energies here, rebellion, upstart, tumult, revolution. See, yeah. But you got to say goodbye to it. You feel kind of rebellious, like you really want to kind of buck the system, like it, like bump you, F you, I'm out of here. Want to give him the finger. And you're saying right now, but it's some madness going on at what you all are. It's a madness about this connection with this thing. It's this dance that y'all keep on still doing, this entanglement that that has 5. It needs to change. This needs to change. You keep on tempting them. See, this is what I want to say. That it's gonna be long. This is what I want to say. Those of you all that's in these karmic situations, you all have got to stop posting stuff on Facebook or giving these people signals like, come on, we still on as a couple. I understand you're horny, you sitting up there in the house, you the only two that's sitting in there, like what I'm supposed to do. He here, where I'm supposed to bring out the vibrator or whatever, satisfy myself. But at the same time, my point is, I'm going to tell you yes, because why are you keep on feeding them energetically like, okay, it's me and you against the world. And you post the stuff on Facebook, it's me and you against the world. And at the same time, just like I told you on this channel, you planning your exit slip. So you've got to slowly, when you're planning to actually exit from something, see, that tells me that goes back into your self-worth. When you actually planning something, that's why you got this duality going on. You need to go on and stay the course. So if you are actually saying you are I'll take it off so you can see my eyes. If you actually are trying to leave like a job, you don't keep on working on damn projects at the end and you done gave your daggone resignation. When you give your resignation, that's it. Now you can call me maybe if I want to kind of help you with something like that, help you with some things that maybe you didn't understand, or how I left notations for projects on stuff. But you don't have nobody, you done checked out and turned in your resignation in January, and here they still calling you in December at the end of the year talking about, yeah, we need help on so and so. You ain't got nobody qualified to get that job by now. You ain't got nobody to take that job by now. You should know how to do that job by now. That was January. Hell, this is 11 months later, and you still calling me helping you out on different stuff to be doing on the job. Something ain't right there. So my thing is when you have resigned from this position, or you thinking about planning in your resignation, you need to be following suit as so. That means no posting on Facebook. Let them know, hey, I'm checking out on this. I'm not going to keep on playing house with you. This is playing house right here. You playing house with it. You want to rebel, you want to tumult, you want to I see you almost want to turn the tables on them like that. But in some ways, I'm not trying to feel for this karmic kid or divine master. Well, yes, I am. Because everybody's human. Everybody's done wrong. Everybody's fall short of the Lord. But the thing is that you want to turn over this table, and this divine master, like, where the hell this came from? Last time we was doing all this, you let me rub on your leg, you let me kiss your shoulder, and you was like, okay, and then now all of a sudden, like, get away from me, I can't stand you. Stop sending mixed signals like that. If you checking out, check out. I just don't believe in that mixed stuff like that. That's not fair, and that's not right, and that's extra karma that you're doing here. Again, and like I said, that's madness. You need to release whatever this energy that you have, ecstatic rituals. You're going through the same stuff over and over again, and to me, that's what I'm picking up here. And you know the death rights is there. It's time to say goodbye. You holding on to this cat. This cat been dead. That's like me, my cat that I had. I had a 19 years in college. And like me still going ahead and, you know, putting the bowl out there for Tabitha and stuff. That child been gone. When she been gone? 2000 and I moved here in 2009. I think maybe 2011 she checked out. So, okay, now it's 2020. So I'm still talking about, here, kitty, come here. No. I mean, I see her from time to time. To be honest, I do see her from time to time. Her spirit, you know, walking around and like that. But for me to keep on holding on to her and actually going to the store and buying kitty food and litter and all that stuff, and I know that she's not here, you know, it's something wrong. So saying goodbye, formal occasions, honoring lives. It's time for you to be able to say goodbye. This is what they're saying about this karmic energy. You're holding on to this, and this is dead. And this is what I'm feeling. You're posting things on Facebook like you and the other person is y'all still at it. You know, we still in love like the first day we got married. And you know, behind closed doors, you all is fighting like cats and dogs, literally. Why are you keeping up the facade like that? For who? So that when you decide to actually get out the situation, you're going to make it worse. People are going to be questioning you a lot. You won't be able to do like David said in the playground experience, where he said, you know, when people ask you what happened, why you wanted a divorce, why did you leave? And you like, you know, because I wanted to. It was time. And then they're going to keep on asking you. Well, I can understand. Hell, inquiring minds want to know. They're going to keep on asking you that because you done put out this daggone story that makes them say, you know, like TMZ or whatever like that, and you done put out there and they gonna hunt on you like TMZ because they want to know what's the real deal. It don't add up. Like, you know, just last week y'all was posting all cozied up, was you and talk about forget Starbucks, it's me and Boo thing time in the bed, and the next minute you like, well, we ain't got a divorce. I mean, can't understand that. People want to know, like, what happened? You don't owe them nothing. I mean, to be honest with them, the answer is no, it didn't work out. We got irreconcilable differences on that. I got that. I understand that. But I can understand the other people the other side of the corner, them saying, I'm confused. I don't understand. So why keep on selling them something like that? Give them some breadcrumbs. Like I say, hands of credit to let them know. Listen here, this thing is starting to end. Okay. Well, when I look at her profile, it ain't her and him no more. Okay. Something going on. Well, so when I make that big announcement, I'm sorry, me and him didn't work out, you know, or yeah, I start seeing her putting stuff, I tell my business, I start seeing her stuff, slowly taking stuff out the house. She says she cleaning out the house. What's going on here? Like that, you know, and I went to go stay at my mom's house for a little while, see how she doing. Like, okay, she been at her mom's house for a while, you know. That was back there in February. She said, no, March, she said that, and now it's going on May. She married, she still with her mom. Interesting. You know, give them some breadcrumbs. So when you hit them with the whammo, like me and him, I'm sorry, me and Mr. Johnson, we are not together anymore. That they like, oh, you know what, child? It been all along. Notice again, her profile changed. It was her. It used to be her and him together. She stayed at her mom's for a long time since March. That sounded a little funny. Then people will be like, okay, when you tell them, yeah, me and him is divorced, me and him is not together anymore, then they get it. Oh, okay, this all along. Okay, we're just waiting for you to just confirm it for us. We already knew this all along. This ain't nothing new. Y'all, if you're energetically cutting it off, y'all got to cut it off. You know it ain't working. Stop milking this stuff and having this dead cat with you carrying around. Talk about Felix is still alive. And he's dead. Stop carrying it around like that. Clear. You are divine and you messing up your divinity too. Little angel wings is just as dirty. You're not doing that. Okay, so now let's go on. I ranted on a long time. You know, that just burns my crawl like that. You know, you trying to exit out of there, then you need to exit. make a clean break for it and make it easy on yourself. Think about it. If I keep on posting on Facebook about me and Boo thing, is that helping me to exit on out of this? First of all, it's energetically putting it out there in the universe. I still want to be connected to this joker. This hit me. I don't know who this is. And at the same time, you don't want to have with them. So, I mean, you know, come on. Leave the breadcrumbs. Let people know slowly, I'm checking out. I don't want this relationship no more. You know who I'm talking to. You playing with fire. Don't still letting this man touch you like this and all this stuff. But get you a vibrator. Go get you a little friend that you can recharge or whatever. If you that daggone horny for that like that. This slowly send him signals. Okay, well, she ain't having sex with me. I don't turn on no more. What's going on? Yes, because it's over. I don't love you like that anymore. But not in a nasty way. But you know, you show him in that kind of way. Y'all making me angry today, because I'm this duality. Well, 1 foot in, you doing the hokey pokey. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Who does that? Makes no sense with that. You playing with other people's emotions. You wouldn't want to be on the other end doing that. That ain't gonna work. Okay, the connection thing. So let's go on and see. I got the connection. So what do you think, Divine Feminine, about this connection here? Something is about it. Some of it might not be the sex things they're saying, let you know, but emotionally, you know who it is, what you're doing, that you're emotionally sending signals to this person. I'm gonna say called it stop sending mixed signals. You're emotionally telling this person that you're still attached and you're still in it to win it, when you know that you're not. You got to send in strong things. So whatever it is, start thinking about cutting that cord now, energetically, physically, or whatever it is. You know what you're doing that's making it seem like you playing hokey pokey with the emotions. You're 1 foot in on the relationship and 1 foot out. Stop sending mixed signals. Okay, so now as far as your connection with your divine counterpart, Divine Feminine, here, you got this cash cow here. So to me, when I think of cow, I think it was like a dowry, something that you're giving in the Indian cultures. Not too not too ingrained in knowing about a verse about their cultures, but I know that it's something that's giving. So there's some kind of not sacrifice, or some kind of gift that needs to be given about for this connection. To me, I would say if it's a sacrificial cow, that again, you've got to give up that connection that you got with this karmic masculine. That's what's got to give up. So in order for you all to have this connection, because right now it seems like this divine masculine is balancing you and him for this merge right now. You putting all this weight on this divine masculine right now. You just doing nothing but receiving. And you understand that he needs to be, he's got the cup. So he's doing several things. He's saying, okay, you got to give up that you got to have that sacrificial cow there, that cattle. You got to give it up. It's an offering that I want to give you as far as have this commitment. I even got this cup of love that I want to offer you that both of us could drink out of. But you're putting a lot of the weight on me to carry this. And you got to do your weight, which is get rid of this dead weight here. That's what I see here. A lot of cups. Well, this is beautiful. Again, you got this horse here. So you want your freedom here. You want to ride off into the sunset with him. But also the divine masculine keeps on offering you this cup of love. And again, you want this merging. He's got his arm around you like you ain't going nowhere. But you got your arm kind of awkward. It reminds me of that is free to love, express your love, which you're not expressing it freely. He's got to kind of help and guide you about how you're going to be able to do this. But he's got this cup. Now, told me, fork in the road, thank you. Said this cup of love that this divine masculine has, it went cross over. Which is true. He wants to offer it to you. He's been holding this cup of love, even though if your divine masculine has been in, this is what I'm doing cross-referencing, has been in a karmic situation himself. He said, I've just been holding this cup especially for you, like it's a reserve, like reserve wine. Like what wine was that with? That was year 20, whatever. This is a very good year. This is year whatever it is. He's like, I've just been holding this. I've been reserving this cup, just for you. So again, this freedom here. So again, we're seeing here, in his heart. So again, some emotional shakeups that's had to. He says emotional shakeup that's got to happen in a 3D for this to be able to occur. So you got a 12. So this a wow. So I see here it is. It's numbers. So we are elevating. This is going steps. This is leveling up. You got 11. You got 12, and the next one is 13. So again, the 11 means, again, to me, is getting in alignment there. You got the 1-1 when your intuition and your awareness there, side by side. 12 means you got to get in divine order. This is what he's telling you. You want this freedom? I got this cup. It's like almost like say, oh, you want this cup? You want this love? You want this love? Well, guess what? In order, you're going to have to get this freedom here. And you riding the wrong way. You up there looking at him. You supposed to be looking the same direction. You ain't even on the same direction that he's going. So that's why he said, you want this love? Guess what? You won't have to turn around and go in the same direction I'm going if you want this love. So that's that one. And then you have here 13. That means you got to put some things to the end. I see this camel here. What is this? This is the old adage, the straw that broke the camel's back. Whatever it is one little thing that you got to do to break that daggone relationship down that you in. You're going to have to go about and doing that, okay? So we can have this balance here. He's like, okay, so I see him in this one. He's bending. He bending you. It's like, you know, and he wants this merge here, this your divine masculine here. In your thinking, it's like in your emotions, to me when I'm looking like he's controlling you, say you got to open up. You got to open up, and you got to open up and let you receive me as far as in your thinking. So I could go on another level, not even just the 3D is about the actual commitment here. In your emotions, you're not receiving here. Your thinking say we ready to do this. We are ready to offer this cup of love. In the second card here, you got your divine masculine here saying in your thinking, in your divine masculine energies, you saying, I got this cup of love. I want to offer this. In your emotions, you kind of awkwardly are not really receiving it. He's even your hand. He's like, I got to kind of guide you to receive this love. It's like, I don't want it. Yes, you do. So that's another thing that you have to do there. And then in your emotions as well, your thinking is telling you open up and receive this. Get this. Oh, I was about to say, get this. Get this. You know what I mean? Fill in the blank. Like, receive it. You know, and you still in the position like you awkward, you know. Oh my God. Yes, and receive this dick. I heard that. Now they won't say that. Receive it. Receive it. Not receive ye. Receive it. It's a lot of tug and pulling. Some of these divine feminines, you all is just in this thing, and you talk about I'm in it to win it. Now you got to let it go. So let's look at some solutions for you. Oh, this one is always longer because I feel like the feminists need to be talked to a little bit more clear. What is? Excuse me. What's in the shadows? What's the things that you got the shadow work you got to work with in order to get out of this? Two things. Revenge. I don't know what it is, this thing of revenge here. Now, some of them could be revenge about divine feminine. You in this relationship and you saying that, you know, some of them I'm picking up saying you felt used, like you got into this relationship. Some of you all did think that this kind of was the one. I'm going to take a page from looking at their perspective. Revenge, want to get back at the divine masculine. I don't know what things that he had done. You could think about that. Maybe he didn't treat you right over the years. You know, you want to get him and get him like he had got you. So you got to watch that. You got some ugly parts of you that you got to really deal with and be okay with and forgive yourself. Have acceptance over that. Look at David soul mission about acceptance, about what way you had, about you being in it, what part you played in this as well. Like I say, some of you all already know you keep on kind of playing and toying and enticing the divine masculine karmic to come back into the picture, and some of you all is like, I kind of stop on that. Some of that's because you're codependent on him. You don't want to release him to the divine feminine, his rightful one. Some of you all want to say keep on playing with this because if I can't have her, can't nobody have him. And you know it's dying, it's killing you in the process while you having that kind of thought process as well. It's just this ugly part of you emotionally that you've got to learn how to be able to say, okay, it's ugly, I make peace with it, I accept it, and I learn how to kind of control it and to deal with it. Okay, next thing, what things, life changes need to change for you that's in this situation? Clear. Woo, a lot. Motivation. You gotta get some motivation. Get on there. Let me be your motivation. You can tell that all this duality that started off at the beginning of it. You got to get to the point, honey. This to say, I got to get out of here. You follow your bliss. Stop looking at things that make you happy, that motivates you. Like really, this when I see pink, is that spiritual a passion, not about the man or you know whatever other kind of things or 3D. This is more so a spiritual. Like when you think of that, it's like this really hits. Like me doing readings like this. This really. I'm about to say this really gets me off, but this makes me happy. Okay, I have my bliss here. You need to be able to understand how you interact with other people. Like I said, your self-worth and how maybe you're a people pleaser or whatever is at play with this as well. And this is something that's really got to be looked at upon with you. Also, solar plexus, how you stand in your power, how you creatively manifesting things as well. And in the background is just the heart of the matter. As well, your heart chakra, you know, about how they hit you as far as your heart's desire as well. They say family changes. Some of you all are in this because of family. Maybe you keep on doing this as far as thinking about the family, us coming together. I'm scared of leaving. Because that maybe that's why you keep on enticing, like, well, he a good father, you know, where I can't keep on throwing him a little bone every now and then because he is a good provider for the family like that, you know, and I keep on saying, no, that's it. Again, here go this passion. I want you to follow your bliss. Same colors again. Your sacral, your sacral, how something's about you and how you relate to others is off. You got to work on transforming that. I see even a little touch of purple here to me. It looks like the crown chakra. Get the downloads and also solar plex. Again, your heart. Get into your heart, center of your heart, the heart of the matter of things there. Family changes too. To me, it looks like it's a family dynamic that's playing a part with this as well. Maybe the way you see your family have interact or their relationship as well is playing a part. Why you're not easily saying, you know, like deuces to this, like cut it off, F you. This enough on this. You know, and they might not have to be nasty, you know, because I can hear some of you all say, well, they a good man, and, you know, they ain't did nothing wrong to me. They weren't nasty to me. They're just like, but, you know, it just feels tugs in my heart springs because I'm saying I'm going to let this go. But at the same time, you got to remember, you're blocking that person. And I'm taking things off, so I, like Dave said, I like to see my eyes, so you can see my eyes, so I'm looking at you. But listen here, dear. What you're doing is blocking that person from being blessed by somebody who truly loves them beyond their faults and who they are. They're missing out on the opportunity by being truly love like agape love or God love. God uses that person to be a vehicle to love them the way God loves them. And you're blocking their blessing. That's not right. You wouldn't want anybody to block their blessing and you know that they're not truly in love with you like that. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. And that's what you're doing. Yeah, I know you want the revenge. Say, well, you know, he wasn't right to me, and then I'm going to block him, you know, because he don't have the right to be loved. Well, that's not your thing. You need to go back into that energy, so that having not judgment about things. Next thing again, body changes. Okay, I see here's the yellow standing in your standing in your power. Thinking about also as far as you know, your different bodies, ethereal. Something else it was talking about with this. I mean, it's almost like it's a body of Christ. Get into that body of Christ, just like that unconditional love, like it said at the beginning. Understand it might be time for you to kind of like break it down. It's time for you to sin. You know, like the 7 last words. You know, they broke down that body. It's time to leave that vehicle of whatever this relationship is and now start getting into the spiritual of it. In the background of it is the sacral, how you interacting and how you creatively manifesting this new beginning. Okay, this is coming right from the chrysalis. So this is really like a thing. You're not quite ready to fly, but you're getting yourself ready. And then the next thing is realizations and epiphanies, changes. Like really start looking at things. Someone's telling me that some of you all are looking at it from a very distorted point of view. You're slanting the truth to make it fit the way you want it to. And that's not going to help you to really truly get out this situation, because you got to watch the way how you're communicating things. Communicating verbally or non-verbally. How things can be communicated to you. Are you twisting things and distorting things that comes your way? Gotta watch that, okay? What things, did I say, is that the surrender cards? I'm sorry. No, what things do you have to surrender? Clear. I like this one. Almost at the end. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. You need to take time out. You need a time out. You do. You need a time out so you could go on to take introspection of this whole thing without you being in the situation. So that means if you got to really, truly, for real, go to mama's house or grandma's house or somebody's house for a while so you can get your head right, I say do that. Or either send them away. Say, okay, you know what? But if they're nice, I know with you, you'll probably say, that's kind of hard because he didn't do nothing. And for me to tell him to do that, that's going to be hard. So then you take yourself out the equation there. Okay, if you can't do that and you say, I can't, then spend some time. Where you going? I'm going walking. Oh, this is something new. Yeah, I'll walk the track for a while. I'm going to do some exercise for a while. You want me to come? No, thank you. You ain't got to come with me. Go walk around and get your mind right, your head right. Let that air, let it kind of dissipate those energies from your head as well. Next one here is surrender the idea you can fix someone. And this is what you're thinking. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. What I hear some of you all saying, it's going to get better. If I just hang in there and I just change myself, then maybe it would work out much better. Maybe he'll stop doing this, X, Y, and Z. Maybe he'll stop being abusive if I kind of keep my mouth closed and not take and go walks. You know. Those kind of things like that. You see how it's got the bow and arrow. You know, it's time for you to be able to set your target. This is like the Diana sign here. You deserve love. Because some kind of way in your mind you don't think you deserve love. And you do. You've got to move on from that energy and that understanding. And get your target sign together of understanding. What is the energies that Spirit wants you to go into? It's pushing you to. Clear. I mean that. Don't do anybody like that. Don't do anybody like, and I know it's hard. I know that even with my mom and my dad like that. I was the one that initiated it because she kept on saying, I don't have no place to go. I guess I'll be here. And then I was like, you know what? We ain't got to stay in no kind of thing like that because my dad was between both of them. I had to give both of them. They gave it real good to each other, verbally abusive to each other. And, you know, that it caused me, I didn't like that. She just wanted to point that she's almost down near suicidal And she's like, well, maybe if I just, she wasn't saying it, but me being highly empathic, even at, I came back, so I was like in my 20s. Me being highly empathic, I could understand that if she it stayed there, I might went off to work because I just started teaching. I might have came back and she might have actually had made good on it, on what I was feeling. She didn't ever say it, but I kind of felt it. Like, she's like, well, maybe if I be gone, maybe, you know, it'd be better suited. You don't want to ever kind of get to that point like that. You need to go on ahead and just go on ahead and walk, to do that. To walk and let it go. And let them go on ahead and find their own, who they need to be with or whatever. Although my parents did, they're twins, they got together. That's the whole thing, because that was her true twin. He was in his distorted self. He was way distorted. And that's why I'm not talking to that for you to do that. But my thing is, there is a time where you have to take a time out, excuse me, and to get away. Something's got to be released. That's why I belch. You got to kind of let it go. You got to kind of let it go. You don't want them. You don't know if, I'd say that your divine counterpart is feeling like my mom, like, I don't really want to be here. You know, they might be quiet. And men kind of have a tendency not to be really showing. You know, they'll keep on powering through. Now, I'm all right, I'm cool. And inside, you don't even know they in the car, they crying when they pull up in the garage. So I can't do this no more. And then they come in there, hey, how you doing, honey? And you never would have known they done broke down. Men have a tendency to do that. They're not going to show you the feelings or emotions like that. You don't ever know, maybe quiet behind the scenes, he thanking God. Say, oh my God, thank you. She finally said something. Now they're going to act like they hurt to the bitter end because they don't want to end up being like the biggest loser. And that, I feel that too as well. They're going to play it. But at the end, in their spirit, they understand and they know, thank you. I'm doing this. So somebody communicates, and they're going to thank God that you actually went on ahead and did it. They'll thank you down in the long run. I even know that's from the callous twin. Might act like it's hurting them, but at the end of the day, when they find that other person that's true to them, they're going to forget all about you. Like, thank you. You know, on that one. So right now they're trying to move you out of this where you have this, your stinking thinking is driving you. It's taking over the journey. It's telling you, it's moving you out of that kind of energies where it's like it's time to go. Understand, you got your bags packed, and it's really trying to help you to say, to kind of keep on, let's get on out of here. It's time for you to go. Because you're seeing that the objective of all this negativity and things that's going on, it's like it's really leading you, saying, you know what, this is the path you have to go. You also are moving with this devil energy here, being tired of having your strings pulled by somebody else, by the condition, by the situation as well. And you've got to help yourself to make peace about where you are. The next thing, again, like I said, this mind, whatever this duality is, somebody's always spiritually in yourself, you're in your ear telling yourself the wrong things in your thinking. You want this freedom as well to conquer these things. What is like a glacier or something like that? I don't know what that is. Some kind of stuff, cliff or whatever it is. You got this water here, your emotions, how you can be able to be a victor of that, because once you get this thinking under control, they'll be able to control that. And then this high priestess energy here, you want to move into this energy. This is the highest energy also for you to be able to use your intuition, your awareness, get past the illusions that's being sent to you, and really clearly see what is going on and what is actually needed for you to do to get out this situation. And you got this Seven of Swords here. Okay, although all this stuff is going out, but to me look like you might have to do some covert moves to get out this situation. Might have to feel like you're going to have to move like a thief in the night. But although it's deception here because you got this hood on, but to me it's not black, it's white, which means you're going to be moving in step move because of spirituality, because of that, and you're going to be able to make some. I see you got this thing here protecting yourself. So to me, in some ways, you might even feel like you might have to, what you're doing is like stabbing somebody in the back, but it's, I call it, it's a purposeful evil. Which means that sometimes you got to do things that might seem like they're negative, but at the same time it's needed, because that's going to help. It's a necessary evil. Thank you. I was like, what? That too. It's necessary evil. It's got to be done, because in order for something to clear away, to begin something, to end something, it's got to be done. Some things in life that, you know, they say, oh, why did they do that? But then at the end, you see why it had to actually happen, because it cleared the way for something new. You don't like how it's doing here. It's just like now, we in the COVID. We don't like that we in this, but something is being cleared so we can have a new beginning, a new world that we have. And we don't like people are dying. We don't like that we're being isolated, but it's a necessary evil. That's what I mean by that. All right, then, that is the end. And if it's not, it's going to be it, because I have talked to you all. And again, this is good. I'm going to put up that stay to the end. I didn't do that last time. That's all right, because I like those things. But words, I'll try to remember to do that next time, because it don't fit right now. So as always, if you need help and you need some other strong, powerful women that kind of help you, and you're in this situation and say, I want to leave, but I can't, please go and join the Sunshine Circle. You can go to divineunisource11.co. It's just $11.11 for you to join. We do a lot of uplifting of each other. I do a lot of teaching in there. I do give you bonuses. I do individual reading, and Spirit tells me to do that as well. And this is a real good place for you to kind of really get that empowerment while you're getting that synergy and feeding off of others, Divine Feminine, that this is for. I think you need somebody to kind of like get you that extra boost a little bit, to say, okay, yeah, I can do this. I'm going to start living in my truth, because this is what this is about. You're not living your authentic self. You're not living in your truth. You need to stand in your truth, and you need to be in your truth in doing this, because you're not being truthful. There's some self-worth issues. Also go to my thing. I got self-worth, rejection, talked about abandonment. Go into my childhood wounds too and see if any of those things, titles, kind of like, say, I like that, kind of resonates with you, and then look at that and see if maybe that can help you as well. All right, as always, stay uplifted. Oh, I didn't look and see. Okay, that is because you needed to talk it to. I seen what it was. Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascending. Namaste, namago. Love you.